Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to All India Radio. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to All India Radio Houston. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and we are delighted you could join us. And we have two special programs this morning. And the first program is going to be a 11-year-old preteen singing sensation from Sugar Land, Texas. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And during the second half of the hour, we're going to be having my representatives from the Greater Hindus of Greater Houston, Vijay Pallad and Partha Krishnaswamy, and they're going to be talking about the Hindus of Greater Houston and also the upcoming Janmashtami, the 25th celebration of Janmashtami at the George R. Brown Convention Center on August 23rd, 2014 from 6 p.m. till midnight. So we have exciting programs. You can watch this program on YouTube, which is being live streamed at this time, and under my blog, Nik Nikam, and you can also listen to this on KULFradio.com. This is Dr. Nik Nikam. You're listening to 1090 AM KULF Radio, and our first guest is Chloe Choudhury, who is 11 years old. She is from Sugar Land, Texas, and along with her, her mom, who is Tanas Choudhury, who is very well known to everyone in the Indian community. And next to her is also her dad, Chesley, right? Chesley Choudhury. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to All India Radio Houston. We are delighted to have you.
Thank you, Dr. Nik.
Okay, let's start off with Chloe. Chloe, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you know, I'm 11 and I'm about to go to 6th grade, and I live with my mom, my dad, and brother, and my grandparents are currently visiting from Bombay.
Oh, that's good. So your parents are from Bombay?
Yes, sir.
You speak Marathi?
No.
Maybe your mom speaks Marathi.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You know, I'm a Maharashtrian, but I grew up all my life in Karnataka, so I had to plug that in.
Ah, lovely. You have to. You can't. Amchi Mumbai.
Amchi Mumbai. Okay, let's talk about what got you interested in music, and how old were you when you realized that you had some talent?
Well, I have been singing my whole life since I learned to talk, so I've always been interested in music. I think what really got me interested and inspired was my parents would play, mainly my dad, but my parents would play songs, older, heavier songs when I was little, and I really liked how they went, and I liked the feel of them when I sang them. And so I started to slowly, quietly sing along with them.
Is that right?
And, I've always been singing along with the radio.
So were you able to catch on the music when you listen to all these songs, when your dad was listening to these?
Well, I was able to hum the tune at first, and the more he played them, the more I knew the words, and it was just awesome.
That's fascinating. And tell us, have you had any kind of a musical training class? Have you taken any classes in school or as a private student?
I was in school choir, but I have not had any formal training.
Oh, I see. So this is all just coming from the heart.
Yes, sir.
That's true. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to All India Radio Houston. If you would like to join in the conversation, or if you have any questions for Chloe, you can call us here at 281-983-9550. And we can also watch this on YouTube under my blog, Nik Nikam. And so, are you involved in any like a speech or debate clubs in the school?
Well, since I'm going to middle school, in elementary we did not have any speech and debate programs.
Oh, is that right? Okay, that's good. Okay, I had to tell you that Chloe has been recognized on numerous occasions, not only in state but also outside the state. In fact, she performed before the state capitol in front of a rousing audience with a rousing standing ovation, and she has also sang the national anthem at the Skeeters Stadium. One was when Memorial Hermann cricket tournament was going on, and she has also recorded, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes. Okay, let's talk about what kind of music do you like?
I like pop, soul, and gospel.
All American?
Yes, sir.
What about Bollywood? Your mom and dad haven't been able to influence you to into Bollywood?
Well, I do like some Bollywood songs. I like the newer, more upbeat, fun songs that my mom plays in her car, like on the way to parties and stuff.
Well, you know, your mom is a very popular figure in the Indian community, and you know, I'm sure she can find you the right type of music.
Absolutely. I try my best to influence them with all kinds of music.
That's very good. Okay. Okay. So, when was your big presentation? How old were you when you know sang in front of a large number of audience?
Well, like the first time I realized I could sing was one evening in like 2 years ago in August.
Mm-hmm.
I was 10 and I had learned this song in school called Peace Like a River.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a song that the African American slaves used to sing while working in the fields all day.
Uh-huh.
So I liked the lyrics to that song a lot, but I did not like how the tune went. So I came home and I completely changed it up.
Mm.
And it turned out to be really cool how I like changed it up and did it. And I sung it for my mom, and she said, "Hey, that's really, really good. Where'd you learn that?" I said, "I didn't learn that. I kind of made it up." And she's
Oh,
like, "Wow, that's really good."
So not only you're able to grasp the music, but you're also able to change around and be more creative. That's very interesting.
Yes, sir. I also am writing my first song. It's called Emotions.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Now you listen to a song. How do you go about learning that song? Do you get like a music sheet and play on a keyboard or like a piano and get familiar with the notes and the sequence of notes, things like that? Or how do you approach it?
Well, I practice with my parents and my brother. I do have a piano, a guitar, and a bass at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to use those. I have a pitch pipe on my phone, and we usually get tracks for the songs I'm going to sing. So we get the track, and we'll play it over and over again, and I'll listen to it, and then I'll start to sing along
Mm-hmm.
and just make improvements as we go.
So, like, do you have an app on your iPhone or something that will get you, like, if you want a C sharp or a D sharp or a F sharp scale?
It's called a pitch pipe, yes.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Yes, sir.
So you just sing along with the pitch, because in Indian classical music they use tanpur, you know, which I have on my iPhone, which is an app. And if I want to put D sharp and even the various ragas or the classical scales of Indian classical music,
Mm-hmm.
and it will play those notes like it's a sa and ma or pa, but it's different. So this one. So in that way you can stay on within the scale. So you follow the Western music or you follow the Hindustani classical music?
Well, I'm not sure where it's from, but
Yeah.
I listen to the more fun, upbeat songs, not very much classical.
That's very good. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to All India Radio Houston. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and my special guest is Chloe, who is 11 years old, a preteen singing sensation from Sugar Land, Texas. She has performed on numerous occasions in front of very large audience, and her mom says most of this is a gift for her, and she's not sure how she got it, because most of her family members don't have the musical background. Is that what you said?
That is absolutely correct. We all enjoy music. We all love listening to it.
Yeah.
We even enjoy singing, but nothing gets us as close to it as Chloe gets to the music, because she truly feels it, you know. And when you were asking her about her pitch problems, it's amazing that she has her influence has always been more adapt towards singing a cappella. Mm-hmm. And she enjoys it, and it's probably the hardest form of music, because your voice is supposed to
Go ahead.
You know, your voice has to make the music and the sound and the words have to be all combined together.
That's interesting. So maybe we have a caller here. So let's see if we can pick up this call. How this technology works. Hello, you're on air. Go ahead, please. Hello? I'm doing pretty good. Who is this? And go ahead. Oh, hi, Yogesh. How are you? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. You have something to say, Chloe? This is,
Um,
yeah.
thank you. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Yogesh. Appreciate. Let me hold on.
Thank you, thank you. This is actually been the wind beneath Chloe's wings over the
Yeah,
last year, is the love and support that she has received from people we've known, and especially from people who we have not known. And I know
yeah,
you mentioned that I know quite a few people in the Indian community, but I didn't realize how many people I did not know
yeah.
till Chloe
Yeah,
started
you
singing.
can put on the headphones.
and
Yeah,
and I got calls
yeah,
from people who we didn't know.
yeah,
I get Facebook messages on her page all the time,
yeah,
and people are commending her. And I just want to thank everybody who does
yeah,
that, because when you're 11, and this is the wind beneath your wings, this is what helps you and gives you that lift, is all the
yeah.
support and the blessings that come through kind words.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, Yogesh Patel almost uh, was so thoughtful. He must have telepathy, because the next question I was going to ask was related to what he mentioned, that in front of either 10,000 or 12,000 people, you are able to stand there and have a nice, perfect pitch, poise, delivery, and for me, if I'm in front of 6 people, I'll freak out. I'll have palpitations. I'll be sweating. I'll be feeling dizzy, uh, and I won't even know what to say. I mean, I freak out. But maybe you can tell all our audience, especially the young generation audience, what is it that you are able to perform in front of 10,000 or 15,000 people, where most people think that the fear of public speaking or appearance is the most dreaded fear.
Well, I just go up there. I don't think about all the people watching me or what they're thinking. I think about how to make them happy, how to be myself, and just let go.
That's fascinating. So when you're on that stage with the microphone in front of 10,000 people, like in Skeeter Stadium, what are you focusing on? Are you focusing? You said obviously not the audience. Are you focusing on your music, your delivery, your performance? Are you worried about what people are thinking? Maybe tell us, because this is an important point for other people to build up on their courage to be in front of audience.
So I try not to think about what other people are thinking of how my outfit looks, or, I try not to think about what other people are thinking, but to think about the performance, the delivery, and how to just do my best.
That's fascinating. Yeah.
Yes, and I would like to jump in. The
Sure.
very
Yeah.
first time she was in front of an audience, it was an audience of 8,000 people, and that
Yes.
was her very, very first time, and it was at the Diwali Mela, where she
Yeah.
went up on stage.
She was at 9.
Yeah, she was
I know,
she was
right?
9, and
Yeah.
she just decided that she was going to go up and do this a cappella.
Yeah.
And my mum, I remember this conversation distinctly, and my mum was chatting with her.
Yeah.
And my mom said, "Don't be nervous, just
Yeah.
look over the crowd, and you'll
Yeah.
not have to, you won't feel the butterflies." And she zapped, and she turned around and told my mom, and she said, "Mamai, I would not miss the opportunity to have all those eyes on me, and me looking at all those eyes back." And I will never forget that sentence.
That's absolutely
She
fascinating.
sounded like she reveled in that energy that she got from the crowd. So I feel she actually does enjoy a larger crowd. She really does.
That's very fascinating, because psychologically, when they say, don't be nervous in front of audience, there's a corollary to that. Like the the team captain will go and say, "Don't throw a curveball for like a slug hitter," and guess what's going to happen?
That's
When you plant that thing in your mind, he's going to throw a curveball and it's going to go for a 3 home run.
That's true.
So that's why we avoid all these negative things like don't be nervous. I mean, it starts working. Okay, nervous.
Correct.
Anyway, but she doesn't have to worry about it because she is able to handle all these things. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to All India Radio Houston, and my special guest is Chloe Choudhury, and she is 11 years old, a singing sensation from Sugar Land, Texas. She had made a lot of appearances in a short period of the last couple of years, and she has mesmerized the audience in excess of 10,000. And also, she has also recorded some songs, some music, which we're going to talk about. If you would like to join in the conversation, the number to call here is 281-983-9550. You can watch us on YouTube, which is live streamed at this time. Hopefully, it's live streaming. Or you can listen to us on KULFradio.com. You're listening to 1090 AM. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and my special guests are Chloe Choudhury and Tanash Choudhury. Of course, everybody in the Indian community, in the Desi community, and Chesley Choudhury, her dad. Okay, let's continue with our discussions we are having. So let's talk about, you made a trip to Nashville.
Yes.
How did that come about? You know, Nashville is the capital of country music. I spent a year in Nashville. Actually, I never went to the opera, but when I went back almost 20 years later for a conference, I made a point to go
Grand Ole Opry.
Grand Ole Opera, yes. Nashville is my hometown because that's the first place I landed when I came to States.
Yes.
Okay, let's tell us about your, how did you end up going to Nashville and what did you do there?
So I was singing the national anthem at a Skeeters game.
Yes.
And at the game, I got scouted. There was a producer there, and he saw me, and he liked what he heard.
I see.
So he came and he spoke to us after I sang, and he was like, "I would like to invite you to Nashville to record your first single." And we were all really excited, so we were invited.
He didn't say what song or what you're going to record.
No, he said to prepare a few, like maybe 10 to 11 songs.
Oh, is that right?
He said to prepare a few songs, and we'll try and pick from one when you get there.
And then tell them what happened when we got there.
Okay, tell us what happened in Nashville, because I left Nashville a long time ago, so I need to get back my memories.
They had asked her to prepare some songs, but they threw, like you said, a curveball at her. And they said, at that time, Katy Perry's song had come out, and they said it was the most age-appropriate, and after chatting with her, they thought it would fit her perfectly, which we had never thought of, and she learned the song in 6 minutes.
Okay. What's the name of this song, and explain to us what's the significance of this song, and how did your recording go?
So the name of this song is Katy Perry's Roar, if you don't know. It's Katy Perry's Roar, and it came to be, we got there and they were like, okay, we have another song we want you to learn. Can you learn it real fast? And I was like, sure, I love learning songs. So I learned it in 6 minutes, and they were like, okay, ready? So we did lots of different takes. The recording was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We did like a lot of different takes, and we just pieced the whole song together. It was really cool.
Yeah, I have a recording studio in my house. I usually use that for voiceover for a lot of my radio programs and all the stage shows that we do. And the recording today is fascinating because each word from one take can be put together to create the whole song, and of course there are things which can actually change the pitch and all this, but that's not.
What was very interesting was they were all musicians in the room.
I see.
And they weren't just recording, they were actually creating music as they went along, and Chloe jumped in. We had scheduled to be there just in the morning half, and towards noon they came up to us and said, we're enjoying this. And we want to do more if you'll have the time. And we said we only came to Nashville for this. So they wanted to spend more time with Chloe and explore musically even more.
I guess they were looking at all the different potentials in all different directions.
In fact,
we did have another surprise over there when we reached. The vocal coach for Justin Bieber was there present at the studio. And they took us to a lot of the recording studios.
I see,
in Nashville,
where some of the platinum artists have performed and give us a tour of all of that, and they really enjoyed Chloe's presence, and we were lucky enough to get some real behind the scenes look at a lot of really cool things that we wouldn't have seen in the Nashville music scene had they not offered or extended this graciousness to us.
Yeah. Chloe and Tanaz and Chesley, I don't know if you are really familiar with Nashville, Tennessee, because I told you I spent a year. People spend their whole lifetime to get to Nashville, especially for country music. It's like the ultimate, like
Mecca.
reaching God.
Yes, it's the Mecca
it's the Mecca of country music. And to get a song recorded in Nashville, especially if you're a country artist, it's like the ultimate gift of God.
It is.
So I think
it's
a blessing.
We truly felt like that. You're so right, Dr. Nik. It truly felt that way. In fact, we released the song on her birthday, and within a couple of months, she had more than 22,000 plus hits. So it was just, like you said, it's a blessing, it's God's gift, and we're just following the direction.
Something very interesting happened during the recording of Roar. They have the word thunder in the song.
When I sang, like thunder gonna shake your ground, then there was an actual, it was a completely clear, sunny day, and as soon as I sang that, there was thunder outside and it started to rain. So that was really, really cool.
In Indian classical music, it's called the Megha Raga.
Yes.
Which when they sing, then they have the thunder, rain, and all these things. Oh, okay. While we are on this topic, why don't you give us a couple of lines of this song, Roar, so that we get an idea as to, how was your experience in Nashville, Tennessee?
It was an awesome experience.
Sure.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. Let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up. Already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake your ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I've got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire, 'cause I am a champion. And you're gonna hear me roar.
That's absolutely phenomenal. That's beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Chloe Choudhury, who is 11 years old, a singing sensation from Sugar Land, Texas, my hometown, and Tanaz and Chesley's hometown. And we are so delighted. And if you'd like to join in the conversation, we got a few more minutes left here. The number to call is 281-983-9550. So what is your next leg of your musical journey?
So on August 3rd, I am going to perform at another Skeeters game.
Yes.
Yes, sir. It's on Sunday, August 3rd. So if anybody listening wants to come, you can buy tickets online.
Oh, okay, that's very good.
Yes.
Okay, I need to turn to Tanaz and Chesley and ask a few questions as to tell us how has this experience changed your lives and how much time is involved on your part, taking her to our auditions, renditions, and performances, things like that.
Well, thank you for asking. It has been an absolutely amazing journey, and I know that of all the things that I never thought I would be, I never thought I would be a driver to my daughter. So I have been chauffeuring this little one around for the longest time. But the good part is that she has been able to capture the attention of the audiences everywhere she goes. So each opportunity leads her to the next one and to the next one. And that's how every engagement of hers has been so far. It's when somebody has heard her, and it's been so impeccable. I mean, like you mentioned, she was the youngest singer at the Lincoln Reagan dinner. The youngest ever to open that. And the response we got from that was she was invited to, by the governor's office to the state capitol. And they actually had somebody else booked and they had to cancel them and bring her on because they just felt compelled after listening to her that she would be the right person to do this. There she received compliments, which was, I still remember, it was out on the state capitol. It was freezing that day. It was really the 27th of Jan, and we had to freeze on the 28th. And it was absolutely an ice-cold, freezing morning. And Chloe got up there and she sang. And one of the senators came up to me and said, she is amazing. And it really touched me when he said, I could see her legs quivering, but her voice didn't shake at all.
That's beautiful. Okay, so, I know, Chloe, you have a brother. How is your brother taking your phenomenal journey in musical world?
Well, he is keeping me stabilized. He's keeping me happy. He's taking it well. He's really nice about it.
Yeah, he gives her, when she sings out of 100, he gives her a 3 or a 4 if she's good.
I'm really lucky.
Okay, you have any final thoughts? We are just about coming towards the end of the session.
Just thank you for having us. Thank you for an awesome opportunity to be able to speak today. Thank you to everybody who has been so kind and so nice in being in supporting me, and just thank you.
Chloe, you are a phenomenal 11-year-old teenager. I shouldn't say 11-year-old, pre-teen musical sensation, no question about it. And wish you good luck. And hopefully, maybe you will be, one of the rising pop stars from the Indian community in the mainstream American music. But I would also focus on Indian classical music because you get a whole different dimension, which is because Bollywood music is as popular as American music.
Absolutely. And being from Bombay, we feel obligated to have her wet her feet in that field for sure, because once a Bombayite, always a Bombayite. And I know they've changed it to Mumbai, but it's always going to be Bombay for us. I also wanted to say that in her upcoming event, she's going to be doing the Skeeters game on August 3rd, where she's going to open for, it's going to be First Colony Day, so it's a pretty good family event if you want to come out and see her. And she's also going to be a part of the ICC Independence Day celebration, so she's going to be getting a chance to open that as well over there. And she has been requested by the superintendent of the Fort Bend ISD to open 3 convocation ceremonies this year. So she's on her way to doing that. There are a couple of other Bollywood shows coming into town which she may be a part of. We haven't received confirmation, but we're really, really looking forward to it. And I do hope she gets a chance to do the Indian National Anthem at the CG's house on August 15th. If that's a possibility, that would be awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And